and they're staring dead at me. It's awkward. And I don't like it. Hello fancy people, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a beautiful, fabulous, amazing week. So I am here with a video that I'm actually really excited about. I was having a hard time, like, what should I do a video on? But then this came onto my heart so heavily, and I knew that I had to talk about it. So all day I have been researching tips and tricks from the best of the best on how to build your confidence immediately in a way that you can start putting it into effect right away. So what I did, I gathered all that information, and of course I created a 4-step plan to get you to start feeling more confident today. You can start working on these things like right now, like after this video. So let's just get right into it. So I wrote it down here, so if I look down, since I'm looking at my notes. Now the first thing, I broke it down into 4 parts. The first part is what I call the basics. Basics are extremely important. You probably have heard of them, but it is important in order to move on to the other ones to get the basics down. These are things you can start doing literally right away. So the basics, they are broken down to about 3 things, which are your posture, your tonality, and your communication. So when it comes to your posture, we all know this one. It is important that you evaluate the way in which you posture yourself. So if you are someone who crouches down a lot like this, it has been scientifically proven that if you just immediately you sit up and you posture yourself correctly and you put your shoulders back and your chest up, that you start sending endorphins to your brain, and that actually starts making you feel more confident immediately. Immediately. That's something that you could do so quick and so easy. So posture your sit a lot better, and also the way that you walk as well, and then you can start sending endorphins to your brain to start feeling better. However, my personal little thing I have to throw in there is, for me, I think that it's really important that even if you fix your posture, that it is important that whatever it is that you are wearing actually makes you feel confident. What does that mean? That means that it is important to wear things that you feel confident in, to dress like someone that you feel is someone that is confident, to put on outfits that make you feel sexy, that make you feel smart, that make you feel fun, that make you feel exciting, that make you feel however you think being confident feels like. So it's so easy for us to just, like quickly throw anything on, and we wonder why we have such a bad day at work. Well, if we take the time out to put together outfits that actually make us feel good, that is a whole nother game change. Because just like fixing your posture, imagine putting that posture with an outfit that makes you feel like a boss. That is a double whammy right there. Without even having to say anything, you just look and feel and you radiate yourself as someone who is more confident in themselves, because you look good and you feel good about how you look. That is confidence. It's done. The time of looking at other people and saying, oh my god, they look so good all the time, is over. Become that person that looks good all the time. Not for someone else. Don't dress good for someone else. Dress good for you. Put things on, only invest your money in things that you feel make you feel good in the places of which you are going to spend the most time at. Okay, so that is posture. Now the next thing is tonality. Tonality, if you don't know, is the way in which that you pitch your words, so the way that you communicate words with other people, the way that it sounds is your tonality. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a bad way of tonality and a good way of using your tonality. So here's the bad one. Hi, how are you doing today? Versus, hi, how are you doing today? See, the first one was, the pitch was really high. Hi, how are you doing today? When you end off on that really high note, it is the body's actual natural way of coping with anxiety and feeling nervous. So other people can actually read that, and they pick up on that, and they sense you as someone who is nervous or as someone who is annoying, and they want something from that, right? Usually when you get that, hi, how are you doing today? It's fake, it's forced, it's not really you. People can tell that it's not really your voice, it's really soft, it doesn't sound like someone who is really confident and sure in what they have to offer. Versus the second one. Hi, how are you doing today? It's very flat, it's very natural, it's very authentic, it's the closest to my real voice of when I'm just communicating even with a friend. That's how I would sound. Hi, how are you doing today? I sound assertive, I sound sure of myself, I sound sure of what I have to offer, and I sound sure of the conversation that we're about to have, right? Hi, how are you doing today? People respect people who are authentic, real, and that is what that kind of tonality is, but also it's throwing in a little bit of sternness, a little bit of assertiveness, which is important to feel confident. It is not bad to be a little bit assertive because you have to. You have to, stand your ground. So when it comes to tonality, use a more natural, authentic tone of voice and a more assertive pitch. Then the last thing is communication. Communicating with other people in a confident way is very simple, and I broke it down for you in a very simple way. So when you're communicating your opinion or response to a question that someone asks you, it is very important that before you even open your mouth, that you know what it is that you're trying to say at the end. You know the end of what it is that you were trying to, at the end, but you know the resolution, or you know the answer, or you've already articulated in your mind what it is that you're trying to convey to that person, right? So it is important that you do that, and it's okay to actually take a step back, pause, and think about what it is that you're going to say. People actually respect that because it shows that not only that A, that you're listening, but B, that you care enough about them to actually take the time out to think about an answer. And then when you start communicating, it's just going to be a lot more fluid, and it will be more effective because it actually has a resolution rather than trying to talk your way into an answer and being and trying to figure out what you're trying to say along the way. People will respect a lot more stern, assertive, and clear, concise way of communication. So with communication, make sure you keep the end in mind and know what it is that you're trying to say before you open up your mouth, okay? All right, so now we're moving on from the basics and moving on to the next part of things that are really important, and I call these things the hard stuff. And the hard stuff is really consists of one thing that is really important when it comes to being a more confident person and becoming more confident and feeling more confident. And that, my friends, is so simple. It is knowledge. Knowledge, my friends, is power. Knowing what it is that you're talking about, knowing what it is that you're sharing information about, knowing who you are, what you're surrounded by, if you want more confidence at work, knowing your job down to the T, knowing what it is that you can offer people, having that knowledge is power. My favorite quote is, "But wisdom will make any job easier. It is very hard to cut with a dull knife, but if you sharpen the knife, the job is easier," right? So basically what that's saying is having the knowledge makes everything so much easier. So if you have the knowledge, then confidence is literally the result of knowledge. Confidence and knowledge are the same word in another world, honestly. If you know what you're talking about, then you can be confident in what you have to say about it because you know that you're right. So that is that for the hard stuff. Now we're going to move on to the third part, which I call the self-esteem part. So when it comes to self-esteem, basically this is also consisted of one thing, which is comparison. Now we've all heard, don't compare yourselves to other people, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to dig a little bit deeper and say when it comes to comparing yourselves, a lot of things that we do that kind of ruin our confidence is we compare ourselves to what looks like is what success looks like, right? So an example of this is, let's say that you're scrolling on Instagram and you're looking at someone's Instagram and they're traveling the world, they're in Italy, they're taking pictures of all this expensive food and all of these new expensive outfits that they have and all of this stuff. And you look at that and you tell yourself that this person is more successful than you because they're doing all these things. When in reality, that is not the truth. I'm going to break this spirit of comparison right now with one of my favorite quotes that I made myself, which is this: listen hard. Success can only be measured by the personal goals that you set for yourself and your ability to have achieved and or worked towards those goals. That is the only way that you can truly measure your own personal success. Success for you does not look like success for anyone else. Even if it's the same exact job, same exact everything. You are two completely different people. You have two completely different lives, families, opportunities, beliefs, life. Everything about you is different, and it will never look like someone else's path. So comparing yourself to someone else, even if it looks like they're so successful, it is not an accurate way to measure success. The only way you can measure success is by the personal goals that you set for yourself and your ability to achieve and or work towards those goals. Period. Moving on to the next one. So this is the last of the tips and tricks for becoming more confident. And honestly, without this part of it, or without this attribute, all these other things that we went through are insignificant, and you will not be able to do them effectively, and you will not be able to be a confident person if you do not do this one thing that I have categorized in the focus category. So basically within the focus category is your ability to set goals for your life. Your failure to set goals for your life and know what it is that you want to do, know what it is that you want to achieve, where you want to go, who you want to be, how you want to be, how you want to live your life, you will not be able to effectively do all the other things, because you could do all those other things to the best of your ability, but it will go nowhere if you don't have an end result. It's just like the communication. You will talk to yourself, live your life in circles if you don't know where it is that you want to go. So it's important that you set goals for your life. And with setting goals, it is important that you set goals that are very detailed, down to the colored nail polish that is on your nails. You have to know what kind of person you want to be, how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want, how you want to talk, how you want to convey your messages, every single thing about yourself. So those are the things that you have to know before you start living a life of a confident person, because the way that you are confident is you have knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you not only have knowledge on what it is that you're doing, you have knowledge on where it is that you're going. So I hope that all of these things really resonate with you guys, and that they helped you realize how you can actually start living a more confident life, because I definitely apply these things to myself, because I go through that too, where I'm not feeling more confident, and then it all goes back to the goals I'm setting for myself. Because when I start setting goals, then I start feeling more confident, because I know what I'm reaching for. I know what I'm trying to do. I'm keeping the end in mind, and it just makes life so much better, honestly. So I really hope that these helped you guys, and I just want to thank every single new subscriber that we have gotten over the time being. You guys are amazing, and if you are new to my channel, and if you like this video, if you like me, more importantly, if you like this video and this information helped you, go ahead and click subscribe and join us on our journey to discover how to design a fancy life, you guys. And it's crucial that we get this down, because once we have our confidence, everything else after that is easy breezy, y'all. So I thank every single one of you guys. If you have any questions about anything, there's a video topic you want me to talk about, comment down below in the comment box. Talk to me, people. I love talking with you guys. All my social media and everything is listed down there. And be expecting like a response from me, because I love talking to you guys. So I am here, and follow me. Let's follow each other. Let's be friends. And thank you guys again for watching. And remember to design a fancy life and have an amazing, powerful week, you guys.